I came back from the hospital with a discharge band still tied on my wrist, and someone else was already inside my house. The door was open. Not forced. Unlocked. A man stood in my hallway, back to me, holding a set of keys like they belonged to him. He didn't turn when I stepped in. He just spoke. "You're too late. We've already decided." My ex-wife stood behind him, arms folded, calm. No surprise. No hesitation. Like she'd been waiting for this exact moment. I didn't ask questions. I watched. The man walked past me, shoulder brushing mine, slow, deliberate. Control. Ownership. On my table, folders were stacked. Open. Signed. Not mine. My phone vibrated. A bank alert. Loan approved. 600,000. In my name. I never applied. I looked at her. She didn't deny it. She didn't even look away. And that's when I understood. This didn't start today. My name is Ethan Cole. I'm 54. 2 weeks ago, I left for Charleston. Chest pain. Tests. Observation. Nothing dramatic, but enough to keep me there. That's the version they use. You disappeared. My ex-wife says it like a fact. Clean. Simple. Convenient. The man in my house is Ryan Hale. Investor, according to her. Confident. Well-dressed. Moves like he's already won. My son, Kyle, stands next to him. Not behind. Next to. "Dad, you didn't answer calls." His voice is steady. Rehearsed. I don't remember missing calls. My daughter, Lily, stays near the kitchen. Silent. Watching the floor. No one asks how I am. Ryan picks up one of the folders from the table. Flips it open like it's his to explain. We had to act fast. The market doesn't wait. He talks about restructuring. About protecting assets. About how the house was underutilized. Big words. Smooth delivery. My ex-wife nods at the right moments. You left everything hanging, she adds. We couldn't just sit and wait. I look at the papers again. My name is on them. Signatures. Dates. All within the last 10 days. While I was in a hospital bed. Kyle crosses his arms. Ryan helped us stabilize things. Us. Not me. I don't argue. I don't raise my voice. I nod once, like I'm processing. Inside, something doesn't align. Too fast. Too organized. Decisions already executed, not discussed. Furniture slightly moved. Locks replaced. Even the coffee machine is gone. Ryan steps closer, lowering his voice. You should rest. We've handled everything. Handled. Like I'm no longer required. My ex-wife watches me carefully now. Not worried. Measuring. Waiting to see if I resist. I don't. I pick up my bag. Set it back down. Small pause. Long enough to see who reacts. Only Lily moves. Just slightly. Then stops. No one asks me to stay. No one asks me to leave. It's already decided. I walk to the window. My house. My street. Nothing looks different. But inside. Everything has already shifted. And no one explains how it happened. The first thing I noticed was the locks. Front door. Back door. Garage. All replaced. New metal. Clean edges. No scratches. 2 weeks. That's all it took. Security upgrade, Ryan said, casual. No receipt. No discussion. And no one offered me a key. Second, my office. The door was open. It's never open. Inside, everything looked correct. But not right. Folders aligned too perfectly. Desk cleared. Laptop gone. We backed everything up, Kyle said. He didn't look at me when he said it. I walked to the drawer where I keep documents. Empty. Not messy. Not searched. Removed. Deliberately. Third, the calls. Ryan's phone kept buzzing. He never ignored them. He stepped away. Every time. Hallway. Backyard. Once, even outside in the rain. Short conversations. Low voice. But I caught fragments. Yes, it's signed. No, he doesn't know. We're within the window. Window. Not timeline. Not deadline. Window. Each time he came back, he smiled like nothing happened. Too smooth. Fourth, my ex-wife. She avoided specifics. Every question I asked got redirected. It's complicated. You wouldn't understand right now. We'll explain later. Later never came. But she kept watching me. Not like someone worried. Like someone checking if a problem is about to start. Fifth, Kyle. He kept repeating the same line. You left. Different tone each time. Defensive. Then firm. Then almost irritated. Like he needed it to be true. I asked him once. When exactly did I leave? He hesitated. Just a second. Then looked at Ryan before answering. 2 weeks ago. Not at me. At him. I stood in the hallway after that. Quiet. No movement. No voices. Just the house adjusting to new rules. That's when it settled in. None of this felt rushed. It felt prepared. The letter came 3 days later. Not to the house. To a P.O. box I haven't used in years. Plain envelope. No return address. Inside, one sheet. Bank letterhead. Formal. Clean. Cold. Final confirmation of loan activation. 600,000. Collateral, my house. Execution date, 8 days ago. While I was still under observation. I read it twice. Then a third time. Looking for something obvious. A mistake. There wasn't one. I went back inside without saying anything. Ryan was in the kitchen. Coffee. Relaxed. Like this was routine. I placed the letter on the counter. Didn't speak. He glanced at it. Just a glance. Then back to his cup. Everything's already processed. No surprise. No denial. Just confirmation. My ex-wife stepped closer. Careful distance. We were going to tell you. Not when. Not how. Just going to. I nodded. Slow. When? She didn't answer. Her eyes shifted, to Ryan. Again. I took the paper back. Folded it once. Precise. Who signed this? Ryan smiled slightly. Not friendly. Measured. It's your signature. He pushed a folder toward me. Already open. Inside, copies. Contracts. Initials on every page. My name at the bottom. Perfect match. At first glance. I sat down. Looked closer. Lines were right. Shape was right. But something was off. Pressure. Spacing. Too consistent. Like someone practiced it. More than once. Kyle entered the room. Stopped when he saw the papers. We handled it, Dad. Same line. Different situation. He stepped closer. Not to me. To the table. To the documents. Protective. I tapped one page. Who was here? Silence. Short. Heavy. Then Ryan answered. You authorized everything. Past tense. Final. Closed. My phone buzzed again. Another notification. Transfer complete. Same amount. Same loan. Moved somewhere else. Account name hidden. I didn't react. Didn't ask. Just watched them. All three. Standing too still. Too aligned. Too ready. That's when it changed. Not suspicion. Not doubt. Something sharper. This wasn't about replacing me. It was about using me. I didn't confront them again. Not yet. I left the house early the next morning. No questions. No noise. Just movement. First stop, the bank. Same branch. Same manager. He recognized me. Too quickly. Mr. Cole, everything has already been finalized. Same phrase. Different voice. I asked for the documents. He hesitated. Just a fraction. Then printed them anyway. Reveal 1. The application wasn't submitted online. It was done in person. 8 days ago. At this branch. While I was in Charleston. I didn't react. Just asked one question. Who was here? He checked the screen. Paused. Authorized representative. Not a name. A role. Reaction. I nodded. Left. Didn't argue. Didn't push. Too early. Deeper. I checked the timestamp. 11:42 a.m. I pulled out my phone. Hospital records. That exact time. I was hooked to a monitor. Nurse logged vitals. Proof. Clear. Cold. Second stop, public records. Property filings. Recent activity. There it was. Lien placed on my house. Same date. Same signature. Different document. Same pattern. Reveal 2. Not one document. Multiple. Loan. Collateral. Transfer rights. All processed within hours. Not rushed. Sequenced. Reaction. I leaned back. Closed my eyes for 3 seconds. Then opened them again. This wasn't panic. This was structure. Deeper. I searched Ryan Hale. Business registry. First company, closed. Second, dissolved. Third, active for 9 months. Then gone. Pattern repeated. Again. And again. Short cycles. Different names. Same structure. Reveal 3. Each company had one thing in common. Loans. Not in his name. In someone else's. Then default. Then disappearance. Reaction. I stared at the screen. Longer this time. Not surprised. Just confirming. Deeper. I pulled one case. A lawsuit. Former partner. Claim, fraud. Unauthorized loans. Forged authorization. Case dismissed. No evidence. I scrolled further. Found a name. Connected to that case. I checked social media. Old photo. 2 men at a table. One of them. Ryan. Younger. Same smile. Final step. I went back to the house. Didn't go inside. Sat in the car. Watched the windows. Lights moving. Shadows shifting. A system running without me. Then it clicked. Every piece aligned. The speed. The documents. The silence. Kyle's rehearsed lines. My ex-wife's control. Ryan's pattern. This wasn't a mistake. It wasn't even opportunistic. It was planned. And I wasn't just involved. I was the asset. I went back inside that evening. Same house. Different position. I didn't look at them the same way. Not as family. As participants. Ryan was in the living room. Laptop open. Working. Comfortable. Like the place had always been his. Kyle sat across from him. Watching. Learning. My ex-wife stood by the window. Phone in hand. Monitoring something. Or someone. I didn't interrupt. I walked past them. Straight to the kitchen. Poured a glass of water. Slow. Measured. Let them feel it. The shift. They stopped talking. Not completely. Just enough. Lower voices. Shorter sentences. Awareness. I placed the glass down. Turned. Looked at all three. No anger. No questions. Just observation. Everything made sense now. Not pieces. The whole structure. Ryan needed access. Not to me. To my name. My credit. My property. My history. My ex-wife provided entry. Trust. Familiarity. No resistance. She opened the door. Literally. Kyle. He wasn't confused. He wasn't manipulated. He was repeating lines because he knew them. Because he agreed. Or because he needed to. And me. I was absent. Conveniently. Timed. 2 weeks. Enough to prepare everything. Enough to replace locks. Move documents. Execute signatures. I thought about the hospital. The timing. The calls I missed. The silence. Too clean. Too coordinated. I checked one last detail. My phone. Call logs. There were calls. Multiple. From them. All within short intervals. All unanswered. All while I was under medication. Sedated. Unavailable. Not proof. But alignment. I looked at Ryan again. He met my eyes this time. Didn't smile. Didn't explain. He knew. That I knew. Good. That saved time. I picked up my keys from the counter. The old set. Useless now. But symbolic. You should get some rest, my ex-wife said. Same line. Again. I nodded once. Not agreement. Acknowledgement. I walked to the door. Stopped. Just for a second. Enough to say one thing. I understand. No emotion. No volume. Silence followed. Heavy. Uncertain. Then I left. Closed the door behind me. Didn't look back. In the car, I didn't start the engine. I took out my phone. Scrolled once. Stopped on a name. Then another. Then a third. Lawyer. Accountant. Investigator. No more observation. No more waiting. No more silence. I pressed call. I didn't go back to the house. Not that night. Not the next. I let them believe nothing changed. That was important. First, legal. I met my lawyer at 7 a.m. No office. Private room. Hotel. I handed him copies. Loan documents. Property filings. Signatures. He didn't speak for a while. Just read. Then one sentence. This wasn't rushed. This was built. I nodded. I want control back. Not revenge. Control. Second, financial. My accountant pulled everything. Accounts. Movements. Transfers. We traced the 600,000. It didn't stay long. Split. 3 directions. Layered. Hidden through smaller accounts. But not invisible. Nothing ever is. Third, verification. Handwriting expert. Quiet referral. No official request. Just analysis. He studied the signatures. Compared them. Page by page. Then looked at me. It's close. Pause. But it's not yours. That was enough. Fourth, Ryan. The investigator worked faster than I expected. Full report in 48 hours. Aliases. Closed companies. Civil complaints. Patterns repeating across states. Same structure. Different victims. No convictions. Just damage left behind. Fifth, internal. I reviewed my own systems. Access points. Passwords. Authorizations. Anything they could still reach. I didn't block everything. Not yet. I watched. Logged. Recorded. Every login. Every attempt. Every move they made. They thought they were ahead. That the window was still open. That I was still outside the process. Good. Let them keep moving. Then I chose the moment. Not random. Not emotional. Structured. Public enough. Contained enough. Controlled. An event. Already scheduled. Already confirmed. My ex-wife insisted I attend. Said it would help normalize things. I agreed. Without hesitation. They didn't question it. That was their mistake. I prepared one more thing. Quietly. Through a contact. One additional guest. Name added late. No attention. No noise. Everything aligned. Documents. Witnesses. Timing. Positioning. No surprises left. No missing pieces. I checked the date. The time. The room layout. Who would be there? Who would speak? And when? Then I stopped. No overthinking. No adjustments. The setup was complete. The room was already full when I arrived. Low voices. Glasses. Controlled smiles. Everything looked normal. That was the point. Ryan stood near the center. Confident. Talking to 2 men in suits. Pitching something. Always pitching. My ex-wife moved between guests. Careful. Precise. Managing the image. Kyle stayed close to Ryan. Not speaking much. Watching reactions. Learning again. I walked in without announcement. No one stopped me. No one expected anything. That helped. My ex-wife saw me first. A brief pause. Then the smile returned. You made it. I nodded. Of course. Ryan turned. Measured glance. No tension. He still believed this was under control. Good. I took a seat. Didn't approach them. Let the room settle again. Conversations resumed. Noise returned. Then the timing aligned. The host stepped forward. Short speech. Introductions. Names. Opportunities. And then. We also have one more guest joining us tonight. Small shift in the room. Heads turned. Mild curiosity. The door opened. He walked in. Calm. Neutral. Folder in hand. Ryan saw him first. The change was immediate. Subtle. But there. Shoulders tightened. Eyes narrowed. Recognition. The man didn't greet anyone. Didn't smile. He walked straight toward Ryan. Stopped. Close enough. Ryan Hale. No title. No introduction. Just the name. Silence started spreading. Slow. Like something breaking under the surface. Ryan forced a smile. Depends who's asking. The man opened the folder. Didn't rush. Didn't raise his voice. How do you explain loans filed under identities that were not present? No reaction from the room yet. Just confusion. Ryan's smile held. Barely. I think you're mistaken. Second page. Turned. And signatures verified as non-authentic. A few heads turned now. Closer. Listening. My ex-wife stepped forward. This isn't the place. He didn't look at her. And the open civil complaint tied to 3 dissolved companies? Now the room shifted. Phones came out. Names searched. Quiet whispers started. Kyle stepped back. Not forward. Back. First movement of doubt. Ryan's voice changed. Lower. You're out of line. The man closed the folder. Looked at him directly. No. I'm on time. That line landed. Clean. Final. Everything broke after that. Not loud. Not dramatic. Controlled collapse. People stepped away. Distance. Space. Reputation adjusting in real time. My ex-wife stopped speaking. Completely. Her control, gone. Kyle looked at me. First time that night. No words. Just realization. Ryan didn't move. Didn't leave. But the room moved around him. Away. No one asked me anything. No one needed to. I stayed seated. Silent. Watching it settle. And for the first time. They had nothing to say. Within 48 hours, everything shifted. Accounts were flagged. Transfers frozen mid-chain. The loan, under review. Not cancelled. Worse. Paused. Ryan disappeared first. Phone off. No statements. No defense. Just absence. Like before. Only this time, people were watching. My ex-wife stayed. But not in control. Calls unanswered. Doors closed. Conversations avoided. The same silence she used. Now turned on her. Kyle came once. Didn't step inside. I didn't know everything. I looked at him. Didn't ask. Didn't confirm. He left without finishing the sentence. The house is still standing. Technically mine. Legally, uncertain. For now. I didn't celebrate. There was nothing to win. Only something to stop. Control isn't loud. It doesn't argue. It waits. Then it removes options. And when the moment comes, it doesn't ask. It ends things quietly. What would you have done in my place? Would you have acted sooner, or waited longer? Write your answer.